well, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today, we welcome football player Rocco Burdett to the program. We're going to check in with Sean Pfeiffer in our new segment, Would You Rather? We'll get an update on our sports from last week. Coach Slevcove, we are up and running. Yesterday, super exciting, historic day at Cypress, our very first girls flag football game ever.
Yep, it was a great time. We lost, but it was a lot of fun to be out there. The girls looked great in the new uniforms. They were fired up to participate. We had Coach Dole out there, and ASB got us with the speakers and got the girls introduced. So that was pretty exciting. Mr. Delgado was streaming it, so you can get back on YouTube. You can check out all the girls that are in our program. We got 29 of them. Coach Kruger, Coach Matlock, Coach Cusimano ready to lead the charge for our varsity and JV teams. It was a lot of fun to be out there. We had a lot of staff that came by to check out the game. There were some students out there. We had Coach Charlie grilling some burgers for the girls. And
good.
Always donating to the programs, always out there for a good cause.
He donates his time to every program, does such an amazing job supporting our athletics. Coach Williams, thank you so much from the athletic program. To you, we appreciate everything that you do all the time for our programs. We could not do it without you.
And it was El Toro's first game as well, so we were both in the same boat, facing 2007 alumni Nate Williams. They got the W on us, 6-0 in that first game. They had a nice run to punch it in the end zone for the only touchdown. We threatened a couple times, but couldn't quite get it over that goal line to tie the game up. But they got no time to rest. They are playing again today, which is Wednesday when we're recording this, against Edison. So Mr. Pfeiffer's headed over there in just a minute to go watch them play their second game of the year. And hopefully the girls will learn from yesterday's experience and make a few adjustments and score some points today and get a W. But it was a great time. It was a great turnout. And super excited to have the new sport.
Yeah, and we did talk to Coach Kruger after the game, and we asked him, did you watch last week's show, Coach? Because, again, Coach Feldman gave you the tipperooski on the first play of the game, right? We were supposed to do a little fake, a little pause, go deep. We ran the ball, so we had to give him a little bit of a hard time on a run there. I know he had his scouting report and he knew what he was doing, but we thought we'd give him a little bit anyway. So.
That's right. Now, Coach Kruger can break down Coach Feldman's first call of the game Friday night against Corona Del Mar.
Yeah, him and everybody else in the stands. Well, yeah, Friday. Hey, football got their first win last Friday in their opener, right? Maybe a little bit of a slow start, but they really turned it on and got a great victory.
That's right. We played La Mirada at Norwalk High School. 28-0. It was close to being maybe an extra touchdown or two for us, but we turned the ball over down towards our end zone a couple times. So we maybe didn't score as many points as we could have, but look at that, 0 points for them. La Mirada drove the ball the first time they had possession to open the game. They got all the way down to the end, to the goal line, and we had an interception. Chasen Sparks had a beautiful play to pick the ball off, and that was really the only time La Mirada threatened our defense to score. Great defensive effort by Rocco Burdett, who we're going to hear from later today. Aiden Houston, man, he sure had the ball in his hands a lot throughout the night. He's running, he's throwing, he's making plays happen. We saw Destin Sanchez touching the ball a lot as well. He got a couple of receptions. He ran the ball a lot. Michael Hubbard, Luke Portanev got a couple of catches as well. So spreading the ball around a little bit. It's going to be a balanced attack this year for the Centurions. Yeah. Friday night, we got Corona Del Mar at Newport Harbor, so we hope to see everybody out there for our second game of the year. In girls volleyball, our girls volleyball team finished off the Lakewood tournament last Saturday, going 2-2 overall. Tuesday evening, they took on Milliken, but came up a little bit short. But they got no rest for Coach Alex and the girls. They take on Orange Lutheran today, Wednesday. So when you're watching this, it would have already happened. And they got Villa Park on Thursday. Boys water polo is preparing for their season opener next week against Cal High on Tuesday. Girls tennis under Coach Paul opened up this season with a 17-1 victory over Laguna Hills on Tuesday. They're taking on Cerritos today. In girls golf, Coach Mitri had their first match canceled on Monday due to hurricane, tropical storm.
There was some rain there.
Rain
for sure,
Hillary.
yeah.
But
Rainy
then
Hillary.
Rain Hillary. But they traveled to Mountain Meadows in Pomona on Tuesday to get their season started against Diamond Bar. Cross country's continuing to train in preparation for their first meet in a couple weeks, so you may see our boys and girls out there combing the streets of Cypress throughout the week. Be safe out there, boys and girls, as you're running and training with Coach Tweed and Coach Montgomery. And what else? Is that it?
I think we're there.
That's it.
I mean, we're off and running. Great start to the year. So make sure you get out when you can. Check out the flag football games. Support the girls in their sports journey. It's totally new. You're going to see, even the officials, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like learning the rules. So if you have any doubt in the rules or anything like that, Coach Slevcove, Mr. 5'4", they'll be able to help you with all those rules. Make sure you see them at the game and ask them, right? You guys will take care
Send
of it.
lots of emails.
Yeah.
Lots of emails about the rules.
Lots of emails to Pfeiffer_S. All right, well, before we get to Rocco, we are going to check in with Mr. Sean Pfeiffer in our Subs and Grubs segment. Would you rather? Sean, where are you? Hey, what do you got for us this week?
Hey, we had a great week in athletics, but what we went out and did is we wanted to go find out from our teachers, a few teachers, Coach Feldman, Coach Lumberg, Gardner, our physics teacher, find out what their top playlist is. Then we went out and hit the kids up. Would you rather have Feldman, Lumberg, or Gardner set your playlist? You're stuck. 24 hours a day for a whole week. They're setting your playlist. What are you listening to? And here's what we found. Welcome, we're here with world famous, at least Cypress famous, Feldman, our head coach for football. Got to watch you for 3 years, so excited to be here with you. Here with Coach Lumberg, wrestling coach extraordinaire. Mr. Gardner, physics teacher, a Lego connoisseur. We're playing a new segment, Would You Rather? The students are going to ask, would they rather hear your playlist? You get to set their playlist. For a week, they have to listen to it. Lumberg, top 5 bands on your playlist.
CCR, AC/DC, Metallica,
That's
Roy
3.
Orbison.
I'm going to tell you right now, my number 1 band, and they've never heard of it, is Oingo Boingo. Number 2, maybe Boston.
Boston.
I really like classical music, so I'm going to say London Philharmonic Orchestra is one of them. Something wrong with that?
You've done it all.
Okay.
Come on, brother.
All right.
Number 3, I'm going old school all the way. Styx.
Sticks. Boss Sticks got together, by the way. Go ahead, hit us more.
Number 4, Journey. And number 5, throw a bone out to the kids. Let's go Taylor Swift.
I don't have like a super favorite band, but I really do enjoy every single thing except for the new rap, which is just not very good.
Number 1 song you listen to. Top hit for that energy building.
Fortunate Son.
Nice. Fortunate Son. CCR is Clearwater Revival, by the way, for you youngsters.
Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train.
Crazy Train. There you have it. All right, here we are, Cypress. We have the famous Mia Cabral and Taylor Monteleone. You're stuck 24 hours a day for a week. Somebody's setting your playlist. Who do you choose? Coach Lumberg, Coach Feldy, or Gardner?
Ooh, okay.
Who's setting your playlist?
Feldy.
Feldy?
He looks like a Swiftie.
Coach Feldman.
Feldman? So what's the first songs you're hearing? What's that first day like? Can you tolerate it?
Boys of Fall.
Boys of Fall? Okay, Boys of Fall. Yeah. What do you got, Jake?
Gardner?
I think I'd pick Gardner. Which one's the youngest?
I'm not going to say that.
Gardner's clearly the youngest by far.
Mr. Gardner. I don't know him, but I
I
feel
mean-
some good things about him. I heard Gardner's good. Like, he's a good person, so Gardner.
Good person. We're judging song choices by the quality of the person?
Yes.
What do we got?
Lumberg, he's a cool dude. I feel like he'd have a cool playlist.
Lumberg's a cool dude, so you have a cool playlist.
Yeah.
Give us a song. What kind of song are you listening to?
Oh, maybe something 80s.
So what songs are you think are on that playlist that first day?
Some Drake, some
Oh,
rap.
what's the first 5 songs you're gonna hear? What kind of music are you gonna hear?
I don't know, but I think I trust Gardner.
Oh, you trust Gardner. Wow, a leap of faith.
I think he likes I Spies.
I Spies. Good choices. There you have it, Cypress.
All right, well, there you have it. Thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. Today, we are super excited to welcome senior football player Rocco Burdett to the program. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you guys for inviting me.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
excited.
So, hey, first thing, I guess Mr. Pfeiffer didn't realize he thought Rocco was a nickname.
No,
Nickname or real name?
that's my real name.
Real name. So parents didn't like you, or like? What? I'm just kidding. I'm
no.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Have you
a
seen
cool
his dad?
actually.
You don't want to mess with his
No,
dad.
no, not at all. Not at all. No. But it is your real name. It's not like a nickname
Yes.
or anything like
Yeah,
that.
that is my real name.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, your senior year, right? You got to be excited about the fact that your senior year.
Yes, I am.
You're playing both offense and defense for the team. Do you like one more than the other?
I would have to say I would like defense. Yes, because I don't like getting hit, so I like to be the one making the hit. Yep.
Well, remember that later. We have a follow-up question to that later on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we'll get to that. And as a senior, you're looked at as a leader, right,
Yes,
on the team. And playing both sides of the ball, clearly you're going to have to lead. Does that help you lead the team since you're on both sides of the ball?
Yes, it does, because I get to see both aspects of offense and defense, so I know how everything is between both sides of the ball. So it really helps me bring the team together, and that's how we are able to push through our games.
Cool.
All right, Rocco. Well, last Friday night against La Mirada, we got the W, 28-0.
Yes, sir.
You had a nice game, 8 tackles, a sack, tackle for loss.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your defensive performance.
Oh, well, I just had to make sure that I'm on my game. I'm able to just pursue, attack, swarm. That's our biggest thing with defense, our defense line, our fronts, just making sure that everyone's there to the ball. And so it really helps me be able to make plays.
We hear Coach Feldman, Coach Crooks talk about flying around all the time,
yes.
right? What does that mean?
We swarm. That means it's everyone to the ball, everyone making sure that they're doing their job, and it really helps us rely on each other, but also making sure that we rely on ourselves to make sure that we're able to make those plays.
Oh, very cool. Well, loss of some key guys from last year, right? Your role on both offense and defense has become a little bit bigger, right? Is that a result of that loss, or is it a result of something else having that role?
It just means that the upcoming seniors, basically this year, needs to step up, and of course losing Trevor, Matthew Morrell. Those were key aspects to our defense and offense, but we knew that this coming season that we need to step it up, and so could become the 5-time league champ.
5-time
league champ.
Yeah,
Look
let's
at
make
you.
it 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Throwing it back before we head into a new league as well, right? Let's close out this league.
Finish it.
It's going to be gone.
Yes.
I mean, we'll be the last maybe champions ever of the Empire League.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
It will.
Yeah. Morel and Monteleone last year, and then it seemed like Friday night we're gonna have a nice balance across the board this year. A lot of you guys are coming back, returners, played a full season last year, and now everyone's gonna contribute quite a bit. Yeah. All right, let's talk about your other sport, rugby.
Yes.
Tell us about rugby. How'd you get into it? How's that experience as a rugby player helped you in football?
So basically, with rugby, I was introduced to it on a screen. Basically, I was watching it live with my grandparents, and I was able to see. I was really interested in that game, and then I just really wanted to play. So it really drew me to it. About the age of 13 or 14, that's when I really picked it up. And then, but there's 2 types of rugby. There's rugby league and then rugby union. The one I was watching was rugby league, but what I got into was rugby union. So, yeah.
And how has that translated into you as a football player? How has it helped?
I love the sport, and so that helps me with technique, really, being able to fly around, because it's like we say, swarm to the ball, and defense is really a good aspect of it. So it's helped me through simple things, tackling, reading the hips, basic key factors and fundamentals for football.
Very good.
Difference between union and league? What is the difference?
Really, it is league. There you get like 5 tries to make like a touchdown in that sense, and in union, it's the opposite. It's usually once you get tackled, you have to fight for the ball on the floor, and in league you don't fight. So that's basically pretty much the difference. There's a little bit here and there.
Nice. Well, this week we got Corona Del Mar. That is going to be a tough test, right? They're typically a very, very good team. What are some of the keys defensively for us as we look at their offense?
Just knowing the formations. We already know right off the bat they're going to come out with something we haven't seen yet, and of course they're going to bring things that we've seen them play last week. Key things is just making sure that we just do our roles, basically.
Yeah, CDM historically, some great quarterbacks and running backs and receivers throughout the years. What do we expect Friday night? Are we going to try to score with them? Is it going to be a low-scoring game? Both teams going to put up some points on the board? What are we expecting?
We're expecting is chewing the clock, basically, trying to get the game over with. We don't want to be with them too long because we know their power. We know what they're going to try to do with us. It's executing our defense, making sure the offense gets the ball as long as they can between drives, and so that's pretty much.
And Coach Feldman mentioned we may have a couple key injuries as well, so I would imagine that plays into keeping the ball and trying to control that tempo.
Yes.
Well, if you've seen the show before, I don't know if you have.
He's a big fan. He's a big fan.
Everybody who isn't.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's like Minnesota, Alabama, Florida, people watching all over the place.
All over.
So, this point of the show is when we do some fast action questions.
Oh,
right?
dang.
You know these?
Yes,
Whatever
I do.
comes
These are
to your
hard.
mind. These are hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, we already went over the quadratic equation,
That's
so
true.
I think you'll be okay.
Hopefully.
So don't overthink it. Whatever comes to your mind first. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Tough one first. Do you know what rugger is?
No, I do not.
So rugby term,
Is a rugger.
rugger, is a
Really?
rugby term. And it's like, hey, let's go have a game of rugger. So it's a rugby game.
Because now it's called footy.
Oh,
yeah, footy.
okay.
So that's what.
Footy was there too. Footy or rugger?
Yeah, footy or rugby.
I chose
yeah.
rugger.
You chose rugger. Dang. You should have known.
All right. Well, we'll give you easy ones now.
All right.
Favorite pregame meal?
Oh, shoot, chicken. I like eating. Yeah.
Any specific place you go to?
We usually have the Loft or Chick-fil-A.
Oh, the Loft.
Yeah.
That's always good. Pre-game, post-game, dessert,
Yeah.
breakfast, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who talks to you first after the game, mom or dad?
Oh, shoot. Mom.
Mom, usually a hug.
Mom. Yeah,
right?
she's always my number one fan. So,
Yeah,
that's
right?
Mom. Yeah.
Tougher athletes, football players or water polo players? Be careful.
Dang, this
What'd your sister play?
water polo.
Oh boy, who's tougher, football or water polo?
Man, I've played water polo, so I had to give it to water polo.
Smart.
Being able that in water sport is crazy. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
I mean, did you swim or you drown?
Yes,
so
yes,
it's tough.
yes.
We can stop running, we're
Yeah.
still gonna live.
Yeah, we're gonna-
What's better? I think we know the answer based on what you said earlier.
Yes.
Running over a defensive player while you're on offense or crushing an offensive player while you're playing defense?
Man, okay, that one's actually a hard one. Because running over somebody, just having the feel of like, I just ran you over is
Yeah.
way better. But I think, hitting somebody,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
I think the defensive hits usually get the bigger oh
yeah,
in the
like,
game,
oh,
right?
yeah.
You get them maybe later, especially watching film when you run a guy over, oh,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But during the game when there's
Everyone's
like
hyped, the whole defense. is
yeah,
just
when there's a giant hit, yeah.
yeah.
So speaking of that, when you get a big hit, like maybe you've had big hits before, right? Both offense
Yeah.
and defense. Maybe you got some celebration moves. Do you have like?
Maybe
a
there was one
celebration?
last week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we saw something.
So basically, it's throwing up the T because I'm Italian. So yeah, unless you just go like this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of them.
What was that one we saw
Show
Friday
us, like,
night?
a little, it almost looked like you were like.
Oh, which
I don't
one?
know.
When I was.
You had a
after
lot
the
of
hit?
celebrations.
Yeah, I had a lot.
One
I had a
happened
lot.
right in front of the bench. You tackled the running back on a little screen pass, I think.
Oh,
and
that
then-
one? Yeah, it's a little bear crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acting like I'm eating. I'm getting.
Ah,
making
well,
it
good-
sound-
good.
Some
Like-
people on the sideline said that it reminded them of Lexington Junior High days back in the day when PE teacher Mr. Miner was there doing
Ooh.
bear crawls on the field. So a little shout out to Mr. Miner. Rest
Mr.
in
Miner
peace.
helped me well. Helped me.
All right, you like 4th of July?
Yes,
All
I do.
right, think about 4th of July. You ever watch the hot dog eating contest?
I've not. I've heard of it.
Do you know about it, right?
Yeah.
They just mow down
Just
hot
mow down
dogs,
hot dogs.
right?
Yep.
Who on our coaching staff's going to be the hot dog eating champ?
Hoot. Oh.
Who's going to mow down the most dogs?
Man, I have to give it to Crooks.
Crooks,
I feel like
he-
he can. I feel like he can.
Coach Crooks,
Yeah.
you believe in it.
I believe in
he
him.
He
I
can eat
believe
some
in him.
dogs.
Him or his JP. JP, his nephew. Yeah, his brother. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again to Rocco Burdett for being here today. Hey, make sure you get out this Friday. Check out the game. Reminder, the game against Corona Del Mar, but played at Newport Harbor High School. So don't forget that. Thanks to our sponsors, Subs and Grubs and Coach's Corner, for supporting us all year. Make sure to get out to Coach's Corner and Subs and Grubs before and after the game and support them. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Yeah.